I think one of the biggest obstacles that artists face is when life interrupts the work. And this past week, I've had to make one of the most difficult decisions I've ever made in my life. So I had everything mapped out. I had a video recorded. I was supposed to post last week, and life happened. On Sunday night, before I was supposed to upload my video, I realized that my dog Tiberius wasn't doing well. I made an appointment for him that same Saturday, so I spent the week just spending time with him and making that last week memorable for both of us. And on Saturday, this past Saturday, he crossed the Rainbow Bridge. The last few days, it's been like 4 days, I've been trying to figure out how to acclimate to him not being here. If you lost your fur baby and you have a story you want to share about them, I would love to hear about them in the comments. And I was doing my best not to think about anything this past week so that I could focus on him and making sure his last week was really nice. I woke up yesterday like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Because I have a week and some change to figure out how I'm gonna pay the rent and how I'm gonna sell my after work series. Or well, I had a whole plan. But I didn't get to implement that the way I wanted to. Tiberius was in so much pain, I couldn't wait anymore, and I had to focus on that. And now it feels weird, like, talking about my paintings and my series and like what I'm trying to do, like, since that's happened. But I have to figure out what I'm gonna do. I have 4 completed afterwork paintings, and since the first one, they've evolved into something else. Like, at first I really thought I was gonna just paint like abandoned buildings that were overgrown with nature, and since I had to say goodbye to Tiberius, I feel like it's going to turn into something totally different again. Originally, the idea was, what would the world look like if we didn't have to work? Now I feel like it's walking into this idea of, what would the world look like if we focused on being curious, on being imaginative. And I feel like the next phase of the series is, what if we focused on each other in that space? I have 7 different ideas altogether, but only 4 of them are totally finished, and I haven't tried to paint anything else for the past like week and a half, except for this painting. But I didn't want to let another week go by without posting, because I still want to keep to my goals, and it's really hard. It's actually really hard to paint again, because Tiberius was like my studio buddy, and we would both get ready to paint. We would both get set up to, like, as soon as I sat in my chair, he knew that like we were gonna be there for a little bit. And so like he had his own like space set up, and he'd get himself comfortable and ready. And while I was painting, I'd hear his little feet moving around while he went to get like a snack or a drink of water, or just come say hi to me while I was painting. And sometimes he'd even come to, remind me to take a break, because sometimes I'd be sitting here for a really long time. I'm trying really hard to get back into the groove of things, even though it's like so soon. But I honestly don't really have much of a choice, because I I need to make this work. I have to make it work. The first after work painting was an abandoned mall. So somewhere that we consume, that we buy things at, that had since been abandoned because we don't have to do that anymore. The second after work painting is inside of a break room, but someone is like in this vortex, and I wanted there to be movement in the piece, like he is escaping, like he's being removed from the space. And I actually haven't heard that many other interpretations of it yet. The third after work painting is in another break room, but it's more playful. It's a little bit more fun. Like, her break isn't just her break. She's exploring the space, this new space. She's having a new experience. The last finished after work painting is more serene. He's more contemplative. There's more peace in it. I still haven't really dug that deep into these particular ideas. I really want to hear what other people interpret from them. Like, what do you guys think is happening in them? What do they make you feel like? I've been painting a lot of water, and I feel like water in my paintings is always really like introspective. It like ties relationships together. I feel like a lot of these are gonna have that symbol in them of water, of like washing away the old thing, of like exploring something new, of rediscovering yourself. The first 4 paintings of the series are available now on my website, and they'll be available as prints later tonight on my website. I always like to collaborate with the chat, so if you have any suggestions for like the spaces that they're in, the interactions, the next phase of the Afterwork series are going to have more people in them. Things that we experience as people, our interactions in the world, just like ordinary things, but in this like magical environment. If you're looking at these, if you have any inspiration, let me know, and maybe we can incorporate that. If any of this intrigued or interested you, please share, subscribe. I'm going to keep posting. I'm going to keep pushing forward. I'll be updating you guys with the next set of the series next week. See you after work next week.